Hello, this is Global Lespi's second time. Today also we invited special guest Camellia. Hello.
Hello.
What is today's topic?
Yeah, today we're going to talk about the Korean company image abroad and what foreigners think about Korean company.
Yeah. What's the Korean company's images overseas?
Well, I think we all know the really famous conglomerates here in Korea, Samsung, Hyundai, LG. I think they have a really good image abroad, especially because of their technology and how they are advanced. So at least for those companies, they represent Korea's development and success.
Okay, then Korean company is popular for foreign students in Korea?
Well, I think everyone wants to at least try to apply for those big companies that I just mentioned.
But this is only restricted to manufacturing company or engineering field?
I think at least for those who are in engineer field, they might find it more opportunities here in those specialized firms, but it's not as restricted as long as you have specific skills that are needed.
K-culture, such as K-pop or K-movie, influence to the image of Korean companies?
I think definitely, at least those K-dramas or some of those shows before coming to Korea, that gives us a little bit of a preview of what to expect. Of course, in dramas it's all exaggerated, always having to bow for your supervisor and the hierarchy in Korean companies.
Then the kind of drama can make a bad images of Korean companies, right?
Oh, definitely,
Such as Miseng. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have. It's so hard to see those kind of dramas and think, is this what I'm going to walk into? Is this what I would actually want? But it's interesting. But I think you said it's improving, right?
Yeah, sure. In many Korean companies, the hierarchy is reducing off.
That's good.
Then, is there any differences between Korean and foreign company cultures?
Well, I think one of the main important differences is how you talk to your supervisor. You wouldn't really call someone, for example, Director Choi or Manager Kim, right? You might just say, or Mr. Kim or Mr. Choi. You don't add the position of the person in front of their name to address them. And I think that's one of the main cultural differences is how you perceive your manager, and there's some kind of closeness. You feel closer to the person if you just say their name. And one of the main other differences might also be, as I mentioned, the togetherness, like the team culture or the group culture. I think that's also very different.
Is there any other differences between the company culture?
Yeah, I think one of the interesting differences is that at least in other countries, you don't meet your co-workers outside of work. Usually, but here in Korea, you might go climbing together the mountain very early in Saturday morning or go fishing together or things like that, just to bond, I guess, as a group. But you wouldn't do that, especially in other countries, mostly.
In some Koreans, we say we are family members. Between the workers.
We don't think that kind of way.
Okay, then what do they have to do improve their company's image?
Well, I think first is that they can try to educate or at least have some mentor-mentee relationship, so that maybe it's going to help at least adjust your expectation of what is going to happen and what's your role and how you should, integrate yourself, especially as a foreigner. I think that's very important to have that kind of person that can give you a little bit of, an introduction to what's there and what's expected of you. But also, I think it's just about improving the working conditions in general. Well, maybe not having a lot of overtime might help. Oh, actually, I just remembered that one of the difference is that you don't leave until your supervisor leaves first. Right?
Yeah, but it is also all time.
Oh, is it? Is it? Well, I guess that's one of the things you see in Korean dramas when I think it's still there.
Korean drama make bad images of Korean companies, I think. Okay, lastly, any comment you want?
Yeah, I think the Korean company's image is improving with time. Like you said, it's not as it used to be. A lot of the traditions are being a bit broken so that it is more inclusive and it follows the global trend. So that's very interesting. And for foreigners, I think that's also a good place to start your career, and especially if you can find a mentor or someone who already went through the same process in that company that they can help you out and guide you you, I think it's very important to have that kind of support and just to be open-minded.
So far we talk about the Korean companies' images overseas, and this is Global Recipe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.